All right. Morning. No wipe news as of yet, although I am just kind of getting online for the morning. There shouldn't be. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is, so sorry. All right, let's turn this down just a smidge. How's everyone doing this morning? Hello. How long until wipe? There's a lot of people, like, you guys need to chill a little bit. Just chill a little bit with the wipe stuff. I think today I'm going to figure out how to get some commands for wipe. I don't know how many times I've said this in a bunch of videos, guys, but I'll figure it out. I don't exactly blame you guys. I would be anxious too. But, so, for the first time today, and then we're going to get to the little topic that I wanted to get to, get the conversation rolling a little bit today here. This isn't from BSG. This is not from anybody inside BSG. This is not from Nikita. This is my personal, just what I think about, when the next wipe is going to be and anything like that. So if this doesn't end up happening, do not yell at Nikita. Do not yell at BSG. Yell at me. I think 12.11 is going to be a wipe. I definitely am not alone with that because it just makes complete sense, but I'm not going to fully say that 12.11 is for sure going to be a wipe, but I believe that 12.11 is going to be a wipe. Now, how long away are we from 12.11? I'd say about a month. Could be sooner, could be later. I'd say about a month. There's a bunch of things that can go into that, but, take it or leave it. That's how I'm putting things right now. So we're thinking like, late May, early June, maybe something like that for 12.11. And personally, I think the content's right. I think the timing is right. In fact, it's actually probably a little bit late actually for a wipe. It probably should have been a little bit sooner. So that's what my thoughts are with that. I'm yelling. What's up, Jordan? How's everyone doing? Good morning. I got to figure out how to say your name there because I remember you from yesterday and I think or the day before too. Majon. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. I got to figure out how to do that. I hope so. The game needs a wipe right now. It does. There's people on both sides of the argument there with the wipe. But how's the music too? By the way, I was watching the VOD yesterday to see how the audio was. Oh, let's get the slideshow rolling. Could the music be turned down a little bit? I want it to be heard, but I don't want it to be too loud. Hey, keep it English in the chat, guys. Speak English only, please. English only in the chat. I don't know what you're saying there in a different language. I don't know if that's like Polish or whatever. English only, please. Since I don't know what that says, I'm going to remove it. Oh, yo, Jack, if you are going to be hanging out, remove anyone that doesn't speak English. Don't remove them from the chat, but remove their message. Don't don't ban them or anything. Just remove what they said because I don't know what they said. Mahon? Yeah, that seems about right. Music's good? It's good? Okay, cool. Hello from Senegal. Hello from the United States. Oh, wait, Jack can't do that because he's not modded. There you go, Jack. So please, guys, speak English in the chat. Let's get the chat box moving. Why isn't the chat box working? Box not work. Let me fix so you guys can see yourselves here. All right, this should fix. Yep, that fixed it. Cool. Good to go. All right, so, yeah, you have the power now. All right, guys, so as I usually do with these, or how I'm planning to usually do these, All right. Also, anything, I don't know where everyone's coming with this, like this ethnic stuff and where the politics and stuff. No politics in the chat. If it seems like someone's getting political, just remove the message. And if they keep saying it, Jack, just ban them. let's not have any trolls here, boys. We're going to just have a simple conversation today. So today what we are talking about is my expectations with basically like where the direction of Escape from Tarkov is going. So my current plan right now is I'm getting my notes together, and I'm going to get a script together for basically what's going to be considered like the future of Escape from Tarkov, quote unquote, as I see it and as I have gathered from me following the game as closely as I have over the years. Because a lot of people really don't understand where the game is going, and they just really don't understand how these changes are going to affect us in the long run, or how they're gonna work out basically, or how they're planning to work out in the end game. And there's a lot of things that can go into this. There's a lot of things like their guns. There's features. There's I guess features could be a whole lot of different things, but there's different AI and stuff like that works into this. So basically, the way it's going to work out is things are going to get, at least theoretically, it's planning to get a lot more difficult. So the way that everyone sees it right now is get to the best stuff, get to the best guns, and go PvP. Or maybe they'll say go survive, or get the Kappa. That's another good thing, is let's get the Kappa. But what does the Kappa actually do? It allows you to carry more stuff more safely, so that you don't lose anything when you actually die. So what does that actually accomplish? Well, you can make more money, you can bring more meds with you. It allows you to more efficiently play the game. So if you are earning the Kappa at the end of the game, quote unquote, if that is like your end goal, but all it does is allow you to play the game easier, like what is that as an accomplishment? Like we were talking about this in Twitch yesterday. It's like, why don't I have the Kappa yet? Why aren't I trying to get the Kappa? It's because it itself, knowing that you've completed all the tasks in the game, in itself, knowing that you have the Kappa and that you've done that and that you're, good at Escape from Tarkov, quote unquote, or whatever. Sure, I know I can do that. I've got it multiple times. I've gotten it on Twitch. Unfortunately, we don't have those VODs anymore because of the DMCA stuff. But I know I can do it. I know if I put my mind to it, I'm going to be able to do it. And I don't see it as like really too much of a reward at the moment, but we're seeing it right now. We're thinking of the game like right now. In the future, or for the actual launch of Escape from Tarkov, there's going to be a hell of a lot more stuff going on in the end game. The end game doesn't really exist right now, and a lot of people are getting like frustrated with people leaving. And there's just, every time I go over across the community, whether it be on Twitch or Reddit's a shit show sometimes, but whether it be on Twitter or just Twitch chats or on the forums, people think that every wipe, when people take a break, it's them quitting the game. It's like so many people, dead game, all this stuff like that. They're just taking a break. Everyone's going to be back. Next time we see a wipe, we're going to see some guns. Next time we see a patch even, a bunch of people are going to come back. But especially when we get a wipe, because everyone's just kind of done everything. And as we keep going, people are still going to keep asking questions like what's going on, what's new, what's going to be different. And that new video that I'm getting the notes together for is going to, in the best way possible, explain that from my perspective as I've very, very closely followed the game. So today, as we're talking here for the next about an hour, that's the topic that I want to go into. So what do you guys think of the future of Escape from Tarkov? What do you think is coming? I'm sure there's plenty of people listening right now that think that Escape from Tarkov is like essentially done. Like this is Escape from Tarkov, when that's very far from the truth. There's going to be significant differences in how your day-to-day gameplay works out when the game actually comes out at launch. And if that's disappointing to you, you don't actually know the full story. So we don't actually know. We're not actually playing it yet. So I would say wait to give your opinion on it until you actually play it, especially if you love the game right now. Chances are you're going to be able to adapt. You might end up loving the game more, or you might end up not liking it as much. But unfortunately, that's just how things go with these early access games. The good side of that is, though, they're going to be doing different things with the arena mode. So if you guys are super into PvP, but it doesn't really float your boat with the way that the game is going to end up working once it's open world, then you can go to the arena and you can have your fun in the arena. If you're really annoyed that wipes keep happening, they're supposed to have this persistent server where there will never be wipes, and the non-persistent server where there will be periodical wipes. So you'll be able to have that, that jolt of gameplay, or that happiness that you get, or that specific kind of itch that you get for the early wipe gameplay over and over again throughout the year. How long is the wipes going to be for the periodical wipes? We don't know yet, but there's just stuff like that that's coming up. All right, so yeah, let's get into the future is scary. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Personally, you know, if you guys have been following my content and you don't seem too worried, I think you're going to be not so worried for... The best thing I could probably say is you're probably not going to be so worried for the end game, because it's leading up to that. A big thing, though, to keep in mind, though, and I really have to redo some of my earlier videos because it was different back then. The current motto for... Oh, there's a fucking hornet. Fine. There's a hornet! Please go away. Let's wait for you to land. Yo, I'm about to fucking 360 no-scope this fucking hornet. Come here, butt. Come here. Home bitch. I wish I had a cam for this moment. For these moments. Oh no, he's on the coffee! Now I can't hit him if he's on the motherfucker. I literally... Oh, why are you there? Go over there. Son of a bitch, come here. I can't hit him because he's on... Oh, fucker. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to hang out with my friends. I'm trying to hang out and talk some Tarkov. All right, let's see if I can do it. I'll put the cap on. And boop. All right. I 360 no-scope this bitch. Hold up. Let me throw him out. All right, Hornet is booped. Hornet is booped. He tried to take my coffee away from me. All right, all set. Completely lost my train of thought. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna go into the future of Escape from Tarkov today, and I'm gonna try my best to kind of like help you guys understand. But really, what's gonna help with that is gonna be the video that I'm gonna make in a week or two. I just have to get all my stuff together. So let's start reading the chat here. Let's see what's up. When is the no wipe server coming? That's gonna be at launch. It's planned at launch. Oh, everything's just talking about the Hornet. Plus 10 karma. Yeah, that's gonna be bad karma. Actually, no, it'd be good karma. Hornets don't do shit, right? If it was a bee, I'd leave them alone. But Hornets are just fucking... They're just dumb. Karma is more for scavs and AI. Oh, you're trying to help out. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jay. Just joined. What's happening? We were talking Tarkov, and then a Hornet literally, like, flew at me and almost landed on my face and then landed on my coffee, and I just had to get that shit out of here. So for karma, I just did a video, Kurdish. I just did a video on scav karma. If you go to my channel, it's going to be the most recent video, and I think it's right on the front page there. Oh, that's a good point. Just going off of what Alex G said here, I have seen that comment a lot. Like, for instance, like one of those things where I'm talking about the future and like how things are going to work out. One thing that comes up a lot is people are asking, how the hell is karma going to work when you're not supposed to kill PMCs when there's tasks to literally kill the PMCs? Well, it's actually a super simple answer. They're probably going to either change the tasks or the reward system and the tasks themselves are going to, like, I don't know, what's the right word? I guess even out. They'll either let you be okay with the karma system, or maybe it's something that we'll actually have to think about. Do I want that reward of that task? And I'm sure there's actually going to be, like, it'll be multiple. Like, maybe something will give you, like, like really bad karma, and if you've been behaving yourself and you have really good karma, you don't have to think twice. Just go do the task. Sure, you're going to lose your karma, but you're going to get the rewards and you can get it back anyway. You don't have to worry about it. Whereas if someone's not really behaving themselves, maybe they have some really bad karma and they're like, shit, I can't do that, or else I'm going to be tagged and cursed, and that kind of a thing. Also, someone was, I saw a good question too on that video where if you're already tagged and cursed as a scav or even as a PMC, how are you supposed to get your karma back? That is actually a great question. So at the end of the video there, I mentioned a bunch of really good questions about that feature that we need to make sure as a community we are trying to get these to the right people. There's only so many times that I can ask people from BSG questions. There's only so many times that I can maybe get a question or two, or if I can get a couple, then that's like a godsend to Nikita himself. But really, as a community, if we understand what's coming and we understand, don't just ask about wipe. Don't just ask about fix your fucking game. Don't just re about the game. Don't say fix your servers and stuff. But actually understand that they're constantly working on that stuff. and actually, like, you know, let's move forward. Let's actually ask some real questions so that we're not frustrating them all the time. Anyway, do you have anything on toxic zones or radiation zones? I'm currently waiting to hear back on a couple questions, and that's part of that. We haven't heard anything recently. The most recent thing we heard about anything related to like dangerous environment is they want just even a regular smoke grenade. If you are inside of a smoke grenade, you shouldn't be able to stay in there for too long before you start like wheezing and coughing, or at least you know, trying to catch your breath a little bit, unless you are already wearing a gas mask. So there's that. Like, that's realistic. You can't just sit there and inhale the smoke, or else you're gonna have problems. And then also CS gas. CS gas is supposed to be coming. I think that's going to be amazing. If there's someone just sitting in a room and you just really can't get them out, maybe you can't really get a grenade in there, maybe you don't have a grenade in there, CS gas is going to be very interesting, especially for like those dorms. Just you know, especially on a day like today, it's a good thing we're talking about smoke. Let's just smoke the shit, just hotbox the shit out of dorms if someone decides to camp in the marked room or something like that. It's going to be super effective. Super effective. Over 9,000. But they do need the servers fixed, but it's a process. Because this is early access, there's stuff that breaks all the time as they are just developing the game. So if this was actually a finished product and the servers were broken, I would absolutely be right there with you in the picket line or on that train or whatever, saying, okay, these servers fucking suck. But it's not. They're not quite there yet. There's a lot more coming into the netcode. There's a lot more that needs to be figured out. There's more AI factions that are coming in. There's more calculations that the code needs to be doing on each of the maps, for each of the weapons, for each of the features. There's just more coming. So we're just not there yet. Molotovs are playing too. Wait, actually, I think due to the physics related with fire spreading, I think that's actually on the fence on whether they're going to do Molotovs or not. I'd have to look into that. I remember them saying something about the physics are going to be difficult with the fire spreading. So if we do get Molotovs, the fire won't spread, or we just won't get Molotovs. It's going to be one of those two. When's barbecue update? I think Scav Karma, because everyone needs to be friends after that for Scavs. CS gas shells are available for the KS23 IRL. There's a lot of CS gas. There's like the pepper ball stuff that you can get for shotguns and stuff. There's a lot of that. I'm not saying that the servers aren't an issue, guys. I just explained it. It's an ongoing development process. Them literally just building the game breaks stuff. So they need to be paying attention to that. It's not always going to be perfect. And remember, guys, breaks are good. If you are frustrated with the game in its current state, take a break. I'm not even playing as much as I usually do right now. I'm mostly playing like, I'm in a big War Thunder vibe right now. And I would be playing Ashes of Creation if I could. I'd be playing Humankind if that came out too as well. But that's all second channel stuff. If you guys are genuinely not having fun playing Escape from Tarkov, take a break. Just take a break. Don't let it get to you.
Use Sec Microwave.
Oh, is that the sub thing? Followed. Oh my god, is that my Twitch alert on YouTube? Did that person just follow my Twitch and it... Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. We'll do, Shit, I think that's my... God damn it. I think that's my Twitch alert box. There's no follow on YouTube. A little bit of technical difficulties this morning. USEC microwave.
USEC microwave.
That is. It seems like that's what's going on. Okay, we're gonna fix that though. So stop following over on Twitch, or I won't be able to see it. Now it should be the YouTube thing. Underbarrel Master Key shotgun planned. There's gonna be some really, really cool stuff for shotguns in the future. On top of just the armor hitboxes, that is like, I mean, we talked about this a lot yesterday already. So I'll just hit on it quick. In terms of the future of the game, that goes into a lot of conversations when people are like giving them shit for like, why do grenades do this? Why do shotguns do this? Why are these shotgun shells in this? Why is this round type in here? Why is this weapon here? This doesn't make sense with how the armor works. If only the armor worked differently, which it is going to, because the armor hitboxes are going to be different at launch. So if you need to know more about that, we talked about it a lot yesterday, and I also have a video specifically on that for I think I titled it something along the lines of the biggest change to coming to Escape from Tarkov, something like that. Yeah, stop following on Twitch. It's going to be back on YouTube now. I really want to see an optics rework to make the optics rework should be coming soon. Actually, the variable zoom for scopes. The variable zoom should be coming soon. All right, let's make sure. I want to make sure I get to everyone that's like adding me. Will you be mad if I repeat a question if you didn't read it? No, but don't like spam. See, this is what I was talking about. Don't spam, guys. Because there's a lot of people talking. It takes me a minute to get through to everyone. And I have to actually like explain myself. You psyched for Stalker 2? I never really got into Stalker 1, but I've watched a lot of Clean playing it, so I'm definitely going to get into Stalker 2. Do you have anything on toxic zones and radiation? Not like I mentioned before. I think I answered that earlier. Nothing on the zones yet, but it's planned, and I think the coughing when you're walking through smoke and maybe even CS gas is soon TM. Twitch link, go to the main channel on my YouTube, and it'll have it at the top right there. These streams are such a good idea. I thought so. They're only going to be for about an hour. I do them every morning. Unfortunately, I think it might be affecting... Do you guys get an alert when I go live? Put a 1 in chat if you get an alert when I go live. Because I don't want it affecting my videos that I post. Either there's a delay or no one gets alerted, which actually might be pretty good. Oh, that guy got alerted. Oops. No alert. 2. 0. L. No alert. Okay, so we might be all right then, actually. So maybe you guys that have the alert, maybe you have like all alerts turned on or something for my channel, which thank you, by the way. Yeah, it seems like we're all right. All right, maybe that's not that big of an issue. Okay, cool. That's actually what I wanted because I didn't want any like eyes taken off of the videos. And this is more of just kind of like a nonchalant get to hang out with you guys and we get to discuss some stuff. Favorite game of all time? I mean, right now it's Tarkov. In terms of hours, I've definitely put the most into Tarkov. Like hands down. In terms of hours, if we're just speaking hours, a close second would be Arma 3. And then after Arma 3, it would... Jack's going to pop up in chat with this one. It's probably going to be War Game. It's an RTS game called War Game Red Dragon. I have a few thousand hours in that as well. My favorite RTS is War Game, but if we're talking like nostalgia, all the Command & Conquers, specifically like Command & Conquer 0 Hour, I played the shit out of that. Civ, all the Civs, I played the shit out of that. Age of Empires, all that stuff. I saw Pesley was playing Age of Empires yesterday. We're getting off topic here. Let's stick to Tarkov. Let's stick to Tarkov, guys. We can talk about this later. I like hanging out with you guys, but I wanted to keep these like morning streams specifically to like answer Tarkov questions. So let's keep it to Tarkov. Let's keep it to Tarkov. Some quick answers here and there and that kind of stuff is good, but let's try and keep it to Tarkov oriented or focused or whatever. What would you wish to see that's not implemented or planned in Tarkov? I say this all the time. I really fucking wish that you could just easily step up onto things. I need to go record this so I can show exactly what I'm talking about. The point that you need to, or the fact that you need to jump in order to just go up just a tiny little ledge is so aggravating to me. Like, it's so stupid. You just have to pick your knee up, just I don't know, pick your knee up like a couple feet and you're good. But we can't go up those ledges. You have to jump. And of course, the entire fucking map hears you when you jump. So you can't sneak around and anytime you hit a ledge or if you have to go over something. So I know vaulting is coming, but this isn't necessarily like a vault. It's like you just pick your leg up a little bit. Just pick your leg up a little bit. You're fine. You got that. It's fine. You're a PMC. You're in shape. You should be able to do that. Should be fine. Nope. You have to jump. Like that specifically, I really wish was in Escape from Tarkov. Really, really, really wish. And then also, I so wish that the armor hitbox system, I know it's difficult, I know it takes a lot of work and stuff. So all of that aside, I really, really wish the armor hitbox system was in the game earlier so people actually understand because that's going to flip the game upside down. There's going to be so much crap that goes on with that because all of the guns are going to be different. The entire economy is going to be different because all the guns that we're fighting over right now, those high-end guns, they're really kind of not going to be as worth it anymore. And then also, how is that going to affect movement, because people are going to be dying a hell of a lot more when they're wearing their slicks and their hexes and stuff, because it doesn't cover much more than just your vital organs in your torso. So you're going to be getting chewed up from the side or from the back, maybe, depending on where you put your plates. And a lot of people are going to be moving more towards those heavier armors like the Forts and the Gen 4s or alike and stuff like that. And it's going to be adding a lot to the weight, which another going down a rabbit hole here too is going to affect how strength and endurance works. Everyone's talking about inertia and everyone's talking about how quickly people move around the map, and it shouldn't be this arcadey and whatnot. It's I'm just trying to figure out how BSG are planning all this ahead of time. Like, maybe they have it all put together somewhere on a whiteboard somewhere, but there's little bits and pieces of features that end up popping up into the game that don't make sense right now, but they will when everything is together. We just need everything to be put together. When Streets is patch 13. We don't have a date yet, but they want it this year. Is that another fucking... No, it's not. It's just dust. I'm freaking out now. I don't want to get stung. I'm allergic to bee stings, by the way. If anyone wants to... I don't know where I was going with that. Don't let me get stung by a bee. That's why I was freaking out a little bit. What is your take on the game being a kind of keyboard command game with multiple combinations of keys to press and that only evolving in the future? Daniel, you completely lost me with that one. I'm not sure what you mean with that. The keyboard command game. I'm not sure what you mean with that at all. JH with the $5 holler. Thank you very much. Let's see if that pops up in the alert, or I am a complete idiot. I hope that gives you an alert. We'll see if it pops up. It's going to be even bigger than med animations and mag reloading combined. If you're talking about armor hitboxes, if you guys are asking a question that is specific to something that I've said, put that in your question so I know exactly what you're talking about. So if you were talking about the armor hitboxes, yes. Like, that is, the armor hitboxes are going to completely change the game upside down.
I'm technically not listening right now because I'm at work, but thanks for bringing all of Vietnam, I mean Tarkov, together with these broadcasts.
I was like, where's he going with that? Appreciate it, JH. If he can't, I don't know if he can hear me or not because he says he's not listening, but thank you very much. But yeah, so Karma is going to be huge, because the thing with Karma is, I should have elaborated more in that video. I'm a little bit pissed that I didn't elaborate more, but in my first video on Karma, I explained that a lot, where it's just not realistic to be completely just a psychopath in real life. Like, you're gonna see, oh, there's movement up ahead. Who is that? You're not just gonna be like, the twig broke, throw a couple grenades. Did we get him? All right, let's loot him. Like that kind of a thing. That's your DayZ stuff. That's not exactly what the direction that Tarkov wants to go. It really wants you to kind of think about your engagements and really think about, should I do this? What am I going to gain from doing this? And if that's too slow for you, then fuck it, just do it anyway, and then see what happens with the consequences. And you know what I mean? Like, we're here to test these things out. And if it ends up completely ruining the game, then we're here to test it. We give proper feedback. Don't say, oh, the game fucking sucks now. You guys are fucking idiots for doing this stuff. Just say, like, all right, this really doesn't work out correctly. Is there things that we can tweak? Don't remove it first. Don't, cry and have it be removed first once Karma's in, because that's going to be completely they're going to completely ignore that. They've worked on it this long. They have a reason for it being in the game. If you just want it out immediately, it needs to either completely break the game, like actually physically in terms of code, break the game for them to be able to remove it, or, come to them with some feedback, come to them with some ideas on how they can, alter it or change it a little bit to see if it can help out smooth things. That's going to be very jarring when Karma comes in, but specifically in terms of impact to the game, that armor hitbox is going to be huge, because every single gun is going to be more viable. Every single gun is going to be significantly more viable, and all the guns that we fight over right now are not going to be worth what they are right now. That got a little confusing, meaning with mag checks, lifting your gun over cover, leaning and so on. When teaching the game to new players, this seems to be the biggest frustration. So do you mean like them not knowing that you need to reload your mags? Leaning over cover. I mean, you can get that with time. A big thing with Tarkov, where it's so unintuitive, really, and it kind of leaves you up to your, it leaves it up to you to like learn the game. Make sure you guys are watching. Like, go see if you can find a good Twitch or YouTube or just Tarkov creator in general that plays a lot. And you need to be realistic with yourself of what kind of gameplay, like what kind of performance that you can do. Because if you're new to shooters, like I've heard people say that Escape from Tarkov is their first FPS piece, like their first PC FPS, and that is absolutely insane. Like that is nuts. So if this is your first person shooter and you're gonna go watch Landmark, you're not gonna learn anything from Landmark other than maybe where people like to go at a certain time of the map, but that's literally it. You're not going to be able to move like him. You're not going to be able to snaps like him. You're going to get very little, and sure, it'll be entertaining. Like if you're getting the entertainment out of it and you like the chat and like all the L's and the spam and stuff like that, sure, go for it. But in terms of just improving in the game, you're not going to get much from that. You need to try and look for some slower gameplay. You need to be more realistic with yourselves. Now, if you're a CSGO pro and you know exactly what you're doing, yeah, go watch Landmark and you'll pick up some stuff and you'll get there eventually. We're not getting into that, Ryan. I hope that was a joke. Do we know when it's coming? It was theoretically coming with patch 13, and we don't have a date for patch 13 yet. So they seem to move it. They seem to move it back a little bit. I think they're having some trouble with it, unfortunately. But to stay up to date with all the latest Tarkov news, make sure you sub. I don't think karma will be too punishing, to be honest. It won't be punishing, but it'll be jarring for the community. People are going to be like, well, what the fuck? What's this? Why am I getting shit? Why are these scavs all running at me now? All I've been doing is playing the game. Well, how many scavs did you kill today? All of them? Well, that's why. As a scav. Like, that's why. You got it. So it's just, there's so many people that just don't know. Like, there's going to be so many people that open up 12.11 on day one and not know that scav karma is a thing. That's going to be a person. That is going to be a type of person that is playing that game on that day. And they're going to have no idea what's going on with it. So it's just going to be jarring. When do you think advanced animations will be coming? They're going to be coming, like, gradually. I think Nikita said he wanted to do the arm switching pretty soon. I forget. It's not that important. I think he said the arm switching is going to be coming soon. Otherwise, everything else is planned. The big things right now, and with all this, also with the way that the more negative side of the community has been handling stuff, it's really hitting them hard. So that's why when we got our last wipe, they didn't tell us until like the fucking day before. So we have to be, I really want to, if there's anything that I can like impose on you guys in terms of like, or influence you guys with, is just take a step back and actually think about how you're giving your feedback or how you are communicating with them. Because it's taken them a long time. They really are actually trying their best, and I'm sure you've heard this for everyone, but trust me, I've been here since the beginning. It wouldn't have the following that it has, and it wouldn't have the people that it has if it wasn't legit. Like, everything says that they're actually trying their best, and it gets so much shit that it just doesn't deserve, because people are thinking that people are thinking BSG are over here as, people compare BSG to, like, Blizzard or to, DICE or some shit. I'm blanking on, is DICE Battlefield? Why am I blanking on that? EA. They're EA or some shit. They're not. They're different. You can even tell that by the amount of time that they spend interacting with the community and stuff. So, tired of kill on site scavs? You're tired of that also, and then also it ruins like the ecosystem that is Escape from Tarkov. Scavs are supposed to work together, and they're supposed to be a legitimate threat to PMCs. That's supposed to be a significant thing in Escape from Tarkov. You're supposed to be scared of scav gangs, like you see in the raid series. He booked it. There's a bunch of scavs coming around the corner. That not one scav, because it was the one player scav and he killed all other scavs around him. No, it's a group of scavs that were running after him, so he had to book it out of there. Like, that is written and directed by Nikita himself. Like, that is how he pictures Escape from Tarkov playing out. Do you have to do that every time? No, but that's kind of like how it's the broad sense, like the storyboard of how Escape from Tarkov is supposed to run. Like, that's the idea. Do we know when it's coming? I think I already answered that, right? The armor hitboxes are supposed to be, I think, patch 13. DICE's Battlefield, DICE and EA, whatever it is. Give us ammunition, reloading animations. They're working on it. There's got to be a spawn rework if you spawn as a scav and you... Here's another thing too, but the binds. I'll get back to this. I'll get back to your actual question here in a second. But you also have to pay attention to like how we are wording our feedback, because if everything sounds like the end of the world, it's like they have to fix this now, then that actually gets to their ears. Sometimes that gets to them, especially if it's a streamer saying it, or if it's someone that has a large following saying it. It's like, oh, this is fucking stupid. This has to be fixed right now. And then that's called feature creep. Well, not necessarily, unless it's a new feature, it would be called feature creep. But it's basically just delaying them even further, and then they want to keep everyone as happy as possible, which is super difficult. But we need to actually pay attention. So spawns, yeah, they could be worked on, or we can just go learn that, you know, if we play the same map, you'll get the hang of the new spawns. I know they just redid the spawns on customs. I think One Peg and Airwing Marine did a video that was specifically the new spawns for customs. So if you're having trouble with that, go check them out. On custom. That was just customs though, too. I think if they add VoIP, then making friends with PMCs and scavs will be a lot. VoIP is confirmed, Oblivion. VoIP is coming. How it works, we don't know yet, but it is coming. And that's another thing, too, with the cheater stuff. Between there actually being cheaters, there should not be any, you know, anybody that has a following out there for Escape from Tarkov telling you that there isn't cheaters. That should not be happening. Of course there's cheaters. Of course that's a problem. It happens. But at the same time, there's also server issues. There's also dumb luck. There's also your mom was downloading something on Netflix or whatever while you were trying to extract on Interchange, so that guy just kind of swept around a corner too fast. No, he's not cheating. No, it wasn't the servers. That's something on your end too. It could be a million different things. And on top of all of this, the game just fucking breaks sometimes. It bugs out. So there's a million different things. So I get flack for not calling people cheaters when people think they look like cheaters. And there's been numerous times when people look on both sides, because a streamer will kill a streamer. And they'll be like, okay, that person's not cheating. Let's go see what happened there. And it looks completely normal on one end, while on the other end, it looks like the dude flew down the staircase and shoot at him. I think Deadly Slob had one recently with some other guy. Dude literally looked like he flew. He ate a bunch of shots and flew down a staircase and then appeared in front of him and killed him. Like instantly. Like not instantly, but you know what I mean. Like milliseconds. And the dude wasn't cheating. It was just the server got fucked up or something. It was just desync or something. So we gotta just, you know, welcome to Tarkov. Welcome to Tarkov. Something bad happens. If it really gets to you, if Welcome to Tarkov doesn't work for you and you can't just load into another raid, take a break. Just take a break. There was a suggestion about ammo in the game, that it should be only found in raid. Ammo in general only found in raid? Hell no. That's probably the worst thing, along with meds. And there's got to be some things. Like if you're talking about top tier crackers, do you mean like the absolute best ammo? That I agree with. Like the tip of the spear, absolute best of the best ammo, only found in raid, I can get on that train. But ammo in general, fuck no, don't do that. That doesn't make, nah. Nah, don't do that. Good morning, Christopher, how you doing? Thoughts on them adding mines? They belong here. They belong in the universe of Escape from Tarkov. We'll see how long it takes to engage them. We'll see how expensive they are, or like where you actually gain access to them. There's a lot that goes behind it. Thanks, Philip. Quantity of high tier ammo. Yeah, exactly. So if it's like the super high tier ammo, I can get on that. Like literally like the tip of the spear, like the best of the best ammo for each caliber. If that's only found in raid, I can get on that train. And that's all going to be in time. Please no mines. Mines are coming by. Yeah, mines are coming. Mines are confirmed, guys. If you go and you look at my most recent Future Guns of Tarkov video, I showed you a bunch of work in progress videos. Or I showed you a bunch of work in progress shots of them. They are coming to the game. Claymore's coming to the game. They absolutely are. They're actually confirmed. But they're not going to be called. Remember, guys, the big thing is like, when people like freak out about this stuff, they're comparing it to other games. Escape from Tarkov is not other games. So it's not going to be the Call of Duty, the dink, you put the Claymore in the ground and there's two little red lasers popping out. It's going to be a clacker. There are a couple of mines that are going to have tripwires. But then also, what does that get you? What does that get you? You got to think of the process of how these mines are going to work. So where can you put them? How effective are they going to be? Sure, tripwires and doors are going to be good, but they're also loud as hell. There's no suppressor for a tripwire mine. Is it even going to kill that guy, or is it going to take his legs out? Is he going to actually... Are you going to have eyes on them? If you're going to have eyes on them to see if it actually killed them and not just took his legs out, why wouldn't you just shoot them? Like, so you got... There's a lot more stuff that goes behind the effectiveness of mines and, like, how you should use them and stuff. Now, personally, how I'm going to use mines is I'm going to try and, you know, keep this hush-hush. I don't want too many people to understand this. This is mine. I'm going to put a trademark on this. I'm going to figure out the walking routes of bosses and put mines. I'm going to put mines ahead of them. Don't even fire a shot. Glucose and all of his boys, they think they're coming out of that garage in White Knight or whatever. Nope. Sorry, bud. Claymore for you. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use it on players. I'll just shoot players. But if there's something that I can figure out ahead of time, like the walking around for the bosses or something, dink, yep, Claymore waiting right there for you, bub. Not on arena mode. Arena mode's probably going to be too quick for explosives. Arena mode's going to be very snappy. And another thing with arena mode too is don't worry about your gear. I know people were freaking out about that. The best example I can give, I think I gave it in that video too, is think of it as like if you are a 5-man and you're fighting a 5-man. If you kill one of the 5 that you're fighting, are you going to immediately go loot that guy, or are you going to worry about the other 5 guys? You wouldn't go loot that guy. Or you know, best of luck to you if you end up doing that, or else you're really dumb. I hope he has got something good on him, because you're probably not going to get that. You're probably not going to get much off of him before you end up losing your own side of your face from 995 or whatever. Pistoling Claymore meta. Yeah, we'll see if that becomes a thing. Remember, we got to pay attention to, like, we have to see it first. Like, let's see how they actually are used. And the grenade launchers are a perfect case. They're actually a perfect case. Sure, they're OP as fuck, and they were actually broken when they were first added. See Landmark killing 4 people through a wall with one, even though that actually wasn't a bug. That's actually, it's kind of intended because it was supposed to be like concussion and shit. It was a little bit buggy, but between me and you guys, that's actually they kind of meant it to work. That they just needed to tone it down a little bit. Because the way that physics works in this game, there's not going to be levolution. There's not going to be walls being torn down and stuff. So if a grenade goes off, like if a significant grenade goes off, it should have that concussion effect, and it should be able to do something through windows or even like through light walls and stuff. Now, he was on the other side of a brick wall. Like, that was a solid brick column at the resort. So that's what people were freaking out about when they actually understood that, and that's why they toned it down. And that was just one case, and then they figured it out from there. And then when it comes to balancing, they can increase the price, they can make it more difficult, but grenades themselves don't need to be, like, they don't necessarily need to be changed, because they're 40mm grenades. They're supposed to do a lot of damage. But what we do is we kind of move around it, and you balance around it, really. With the economy and stuff like that. What features... Excuse me. I gotta take a sip here. Coffee. What features do you think will make fights last longer than they do at the moment? Currently, so I think what was going to go on that is that's a big economy question. So how much do people actually care about their gear? Because if they don't care about their gear, or if they're just dumb, then they'll just run in there. And then also depending on what they're using. So there's a lot that can go into that to making fights last longer. Because I don't know about you guys, but at the beginning of a wipe, when people actually care about their gear, they really care about surviving, and they really care about doing what they plan to do in that raid. The fights last much longer. A big part of that too is the skills that go behind it. So late wipes, you bleed less often, you break your legs less often, concussion effects take less time to go away, stuff like that. So that all comes with balance. Arena is going to help a lot with that actually too. Arena is going to help a lot because it's when it comes to like the PvP and the actual fights, if you actually think about it, a player to player fight doesn't actually happen that often unless you're playing labs or factory, but most of the other maps, which is going to be important if they're like a bigger map because you have to take into like graphics into account and frames and stuff like that. it doesn't really happen too often, especially not a actual peer-to-peer fight. Like someone that is the same level, that has the same kind of equipment, that has the same kind of ground to fight each other on. So there's a lot that goes into that. And I think having some kind of baseline where you can very quickly and very easily have people that should be about at the same playing field constantly fighting each other, that's where the balance is going to come into play. But again, this is Escape from Tarkov. As realistic as playable, some things are going to be just broken. Some things are going to be OP. So I'm hoping with Arena, if they're going to go this far as having this kind of thing set up, I'm hoping that there's going to be some kind of like gentleman rules, but like hard coded into the game, where you can ban grenades, you can ban mines if they end up doing mines in Arena, you can ban the SA-58, you can ban the Mark 18, you can ban, I don't know, the MP9 if you want, whatever you guys want. You can ban a certain type of armor, stuff like that. I hope they end up adding something like that into it. What do you think about scav bots shooting you without line of sight? That's just a welcome to Tarkov. They'll fix it eventually. Another thing with that too is what's difficult about just dying in general in Escape from Tarkov is you're never really certain what exactly killed you. Just because you saw a scav go around that corner and then you saw a scav name in your death, like your your kill list, or like you were killed by a scav, doesn't mean that was that scav. Like there's like a perfect example was yesterday. I was running through woods, and I went through the log camp. I got a voice line from a scav over by the little scav huts there with the safe, and I go to look and engage him, but then right behind me, where Sturman usually is, there's a scav waiting right behind me. So I could think, if I didn't, if my wits were about me or whatever, it could happen to anyone, where if the scav behind me ended up killing me, I could be like, what the fuck? That scav with the Saiga just shot me first shot across the fucking, logging camp. The logging camp. What bullshit's that? So that you gotta keep that in mind too. Now, if you are certain that is the only possibility, for a fact that guy got you, there's a lot that can go into that too. So it's just, there's a lot that goes into it. And then also just AI are buggy as hell. If you ever played Arma, those things are absolute terminators. They can see through everything. God help you if they go prone. Although they've been pretty good. I had a few scavs go prone, and they've been getting pretty good at not shooting through the grass. Do you think actual smoke grenades will be added? Does someone want to tell him? There's actually already Oblivion. There's actually already smoke grenades. Let's go to Prepper. There's already smoke grenades, but now more smoke grenades are going to be coming. But yeah, there's already smoke grenades. They take a while to bloom and whatnot, but yeah. We need a nice guy item in Tarkov? Not really. Hell, I think I don't know if this is actually supposed to be me or not, but given the kind of content that I make and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple people that are pissed at me at BSG. But apparently there's a bug. There's like a bug report thing that can pop up from time to time, and it has what looks oddly similar to my logo, but it has like the weird lip on it, and it just kind of, it's clearly like, it looks very, very similar to my logo, and it's for like a bug report, and it just looks dumb. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't blame them if they are or whatever, or if it just happens to be that logo, but it looks very similar if someone just sketched the shit out of my logo, and it's for like a bug report if something stupid happens. So I don't blame them for it. If that's true, I hope I don't piss you off too much. I think it's kind of funny if that is true, but whatever. So I'll take that as my in-game item. That's fine. But really, I don't need one. Landmark deserves one. Ghost deserves one. Batty should get one. Honestly, Dottie Hack should get one too. Who else? Does Ghost Freak? Not Ghost Freak. I already said Ghost Freak. Who am I thinking of? Quattro Waste? Does Quattro Waste already have a thing? I'm thinking of all the OGs. Quattro Waste needs to get one. Sigma for all of her evasion work. Sigma for sure. I'm sure there's a couple other ones, but way, way, way before me. And Landmark for sure. Landmark's running shit. Pesley already got his, of course, and he runs shit too, but Landmark deserves something. Anton, but he's retired now. Did he actually say Anton? Oh, Akko would get one. Anton, we consider Anton the cowboy hat. What is going on with Anton? Did he say he's like retired? We won't speak about this too much because it's not really what we're here to do during these. But did he actually say he's retired? Jesse Kazam is about at the same level as me. I'd consider him, and I don't mean this by any disrespect whatsoever. He's a great guy, but it's just he's about at the same level as me. So, generally speaking, if we're going by pure numbers, he's got more subs than me, so we can do that. But there's people ahead of us. You think sometime the sounds are gonna get remake because, in my opinion, hold up, I scrolled up. The steps are unrealistically loud. Yeah, that's gonna be stuff that they constantly mess with for sure. And Steam audio is not even done. They have to finish adding Steam audio. What's up with scavs shooting at walls randomly lately? I don't actually know. Oblivion, I'm not sure. Map to map travel. Can you stay for infinite amount of time on a map, or will the current timer stay, but it will be different for everyone? That's not answered. But when it comes to open world, theoretically, obviously it won't be fucking infinite, but as long as you have the supplies to survive, you should be able to stay there as long as you want. Now, there might be tasks and there might be other reasons for you to have to leave that area. Hell, the way that servers work, the servers are going to eventually need to go down. So at some point, they're going to need to reset the servers. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. But the quote-unquote, infinite time, as long as you have the required resources to actually stay alive, to stay there, you should be able to stay there. General Sam needs a rat hat. Yeah. All right, Anton's the toilet paper. I forgot. Yeah. Just make the Aquabari thing official for Aqua. Hey, don't be disrespecting other creators in here, though, boys. Please, don't be doing that. We don't do that here. Shotgun slugs more viable than armor hitboxes. Honestly, though, shotguns in general, I think that they should have a stagger to them, but that would make them ridiculously OP. Like, let's be honest. Everyone would run a shotgun if they actually acted the way they should act. Like a knockback kind of effect to them. Rat Boon hat. Yeah, we'll see if they end up doing that. Current Steam audio is weird as hell. Yeah, it's they're going to work on it. Will EOD bonuses carry over to full game? Yes, absolutely. That's the whole point. Absolutely. AP slugs are yeah, AP20 is pretty dope. I do like AP20 a lot. But I think what he means is the ones that don't really penetrate that well. But they should, it's basic physics. If you have that, what is it? I'm going to probably fuck this up. Is it a 20 ounce? It's not 20 ounces, is it? What is it? Whatever it's a heavy fucking slug you can get in some of those. Like the 50 cal. If you hit a 50 cal, and maybe it won't, actually no, the 50 cal. Well, 50 cal of a shotgun might not pen. I don't think it pens. The 50 cal doesn't have a good pen as the AP20, I don't think. I don't know, just a solid fucking slug. Like a really solid slug hits you in an armor plate but doesn't pen, you're gonna get knocked on your ass. You're gonna get the wind knocked out of you, and you're gonna get knocked on your ass. 1 ounce. Okay, definitely not 20. Okay, off by 19 there. So 1 ounce slugs. So whatever they are, you're gonna get knocked on your ass. But that would be ridiculously OP. That would be nuts. There's, like I said, guys, just if you're joking around, it's fine. Just don't make it sound like it's disrespectful. Just don't be disrespectful to other creators. Fucking around a little bit's fine, but I can tell the difference on some of these. So just behave. Let's be nice, okay? Nice guy here. Let's be nice. Flechette, one shot level 5. That's not. They're not going that fast to be able to go through level 5, are they? I mean, you can go shoot him in the face or whatever. I've heard rumors of Wipe Thursday from people. What do you think has any merit? Okay. The whole Wipe Thursday thing is a joke. I really hope everyone understands that. And if you don't speak up, but now you understand. It's very likely that if there is going to be a wipe, they do it on a Thursday. But that's not based on, any kind of, I don't know, sequence or whatever. It's literally just good game development because they have the entire week to get that release ready, that release candidate ready. So you have the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to prepare it. Thursday, they upload it, and then it gives them, the rest of the day. If something pops up, they have a full work day to, get that going. And then they have another full actual work day to also work on it before, if there's any more significant issues, then you start talking about, okay, people are working, people are staying in the office over the weekend, that kind of thing. That's like, I mean, I'm sure that's not even just common game design. I think that's just like software in general. Like if you're going to have a release candidate, Thursday is a good day because you have the entire, you can do whatever you want, but like, generally speaking, you have most of the work week. You have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, release on Thursday. You have the rest of the day to do that. And then you have a full ass work day. You have a whole ass full day of Friday to work on anything else. And then you start talking about week. So that's why Thursday is a thing. And anytime that anyone gets annoyed at answering the question of when's wipe, they're just going to say Thursday because that's just the meme. But when it does happen, it's probably going to be a Thursday. Is it this Thursday? Probably not. Probably not. If it is this Thursday, I will be ecstatic, but probably not. Do you think they should add a basic tutorial or change? They're going to add a tutorial. That's another thing too is, not another thing because we've been talking about this all day, but like they're adding a tutorial. There's more things coming. They're not going to hold your hand, but they're going to help you. You're going to have an easier understanding. The game at launch is going to be easier to understand and to grasp. Hell, just being able to go into an offline raid with your buddies, even though there won't be progression, is going to be huge. Because you can go in there with someone and they'll literally teach you in person without having to worry about losing your gear. That's going to be huge. They should make scavs react better to loud old W-ass players. Not necessarily, because that's not really realistic. I don't think that makes much sense. I mean, if people want to run down some scavs, they can run down some scavs, and then we'll leave it up to karma if that ends up being a thing, if they are a scav. I agree that everyone should be nicer to other content creators, except that Bolt Sauce guy. Yeah, fuck Bolt Sauce. Is he in chat? Jack, is he in chat? Yeah, let's be nice in here, guys. Maybe an extra recoil for a few seconds. That's all stuff that comes with it. Smokes for GL planned. Also flares. Flares, I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on this boat here, but I think flares are going to be pretty significant for night raids. Because not only are you going to be able to see really well, but they'll knock out those night vision goggles too. So here's the thing with the wipes, guys. They're not giving the dates anymore because they don't want to annoy people with them. So I'm not going to say no, it's not this Thursday. All I can say is that patch 12.11 is likely going to be a wipe. So if you see anything from me, I'm definitely going to be very clear if I hear anything about 12.11. But if you on your own happen to see anything specific about a date or a possible time for 12.11, that very well could be a wipe. Now, the reason why I'm not thinking that it's this week or even next week at this rate is there is supposed to be a 12.10.x patch between 12.10 and 12.11, which is supposed to be the Unity 19 update. What might have happened is it might have been delayed and they might have had some issues, and they might end up merging the Unity 19 upgrade into patch 12.11. That's a very real possibility, and if that's the case, then 12.11 can pop up any day now. But based off of like what I'm currently thinking, we should see something about 12.10.x before like a week or even 2 weeks before we hear anything about 12.11. But they could have rolled it. They could have rolled it into 12.11. 12, Rob, again, and I've seen you in chat, dude. You should have heard me answer this a couple times, dude. Come on. It's 12.11. Don't yell at BSG. Don't yell at Nikita. Yell at me if this doesn't end up happening. I think 12.11 is probably going to be a wipe. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm like some kind of foreseer of the future or whatever. It just makes sense. There's going to be plenty of other people that agree with me on that. The timing's right. The features for that patch are right. It just makes sense. Bolt curing. Yeah, Bolt's off doing scientist stuff. What's our time looking like here? Where are we? All right, we just hit the hour mark, so I'm going to answer a few more questions, then we're going to head out. I do this every day. I'm doing this every day nowadays, so if you have something else outstanding, then catch me on here tomorrow. But I just like to do this for about an hour every morning, and I'll get working on the video for the next couple days here. I don't think I'm gonna have a video ready for today. UMP buff. I think the UMP is good where it's at because again, excuse me, thinking of the future, thinking of the armor hitbox stuff. I think the UMP is good where it's at. Map to map travel part 2. While there are many spawns and extracts, will there be any punishment for spawn extract campers? They are talking about, let me finish this question actually. Could it depend on how will the time work? They actually were talking about some extracts having, there's some kind of like gas related to it. There's some kind of dangerous environment related to it where if you hang out there too long, you'll get sick. I don't know if they're going to go through with that. It would make sense to stop exit campers, but generally speaking, Nikita himself is not actually too worried about exit campers because anytime anyone brings it up to him, he's like, he literally like, he'll answer like, just look, forehead. Like he'll say, why aren't you looking for them? You'll know where they are. And honestly, that's kind of how I feel too. I mean, their mom's still a hoe. If you exit camp, your mom's still a hoe. But it's like, I'm not going to like, people need to understand too. It's not like I fucking hate everyone that does it. Like whatever. If you want to do it, just fucking do it. But your mom's still a hoe. I'm sorry. It's just she's on the corner. That's just what happens. Anyway, I think it's a shitty thing to do. And honestly, because so many people are giving it so much shit and falling into the troll, that makes them want to do it more. So if anything, everyone that hates on exit campers are making them do it more. Honestly, but it's whatever. Just look for them. The times that you forget, sure, they might be there a couple times. Now, if we're on factory, that's another story. We'll see what the factory expansion does about that. Favorite gun right now is the M4. I'm really liking the M4. The M1A is a close second. Why are revolvers complicating the devs? I don't know the specifics of why they're complicating the devs. All I know is that, yes, they said that they're having issues with them. I don't know how. Maybe it's a very specific guy. Maybe they give it to a new guy and he fucks something up. Who knows? I don't actually know what's going on with that. They should have been here by now. Theoretically, maybe it's a balance thing because of how they're going to hit that 44 Magnum, that 357 Magnum, anything like that. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm really not sure. And I got that question. Free camping over extra yeah. I know Exit Camper. Exit Camper and I have a little bit of a history because before like when he was just first start off streaming, he's actually like, he said he was like a fan of mine and he jumped in my chat. This was like months ago. This was a while ago. And he was hanging out in chat one day and he said something and then I realized that his name was Exit Camper. He's got the same name that he has right now. And I'm like, wait, do you actually exit camp? Are you going to actually admit to exit camping? And then I banned him. I banned him from my Twitch chat. And I don't mean, it's not like malicious. I just think it's funny. It's not, I don't like hate him as a person, but like, it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's just one of those things. I actually unbanned him recently because one of his mods came by and mentioned that. And this was after he got partnered and I congratulated him for getting partner and stuff. It's perfectly good dude. The name is NoiceGuy, by the way. I don't actually, unless someone actually does something really destructive, then I don't actually hate them. I have no reason to hate on them or anything. He's just being a troll. It's fine. The problem with revolvers is getting the reload to work. Could be. That's going to be a completely different setup. Yeah. Against the band's exit campers. Nah, not. Hey, Sheep, how you doing? Yeah, like he's a perfectly good dude. It's just like it was just a joke. I'd never talked to him. I had never actually verbally talked to him before that. I just saw that his name, I was streaming for a few hundred people or whatever on Twitch. And his name was Exit Camper. And the shtick that I play is like, if you exit camp, your mom's a hoe. Like, I don't know. It's really not malicious. It's just kind of a thing. I just think it's funny. Like I said, I unbanned him. We're cool. Hey, Kieran. Dude, Scar and G36 is going to be dope. Saw is going to be dope, too. All right, guys, it's a little bit over an hour now. And I usually like to keep these for about an hour. So, any outstanding questions that you might have, make sure you check out my videos. I'm sure I have at least one video on whatever question that you have. And for the rest of the day today, I'm going to be working on getting this script together, getting this info together for this, like, I don't know what exactly how I'm going to title it. It's going to be like sort of like a timeline for Escape from Tarkov, or like what I think Escape from Tarkov is going to look like at launch, so that people get a better understanding, because I don't think the information's really that accessible out there unless you go and do something like I do, which no one else has fucking time to do all that shit and actually do the research and check all this shit out. And I think it'll help a lot of people when I get this video actually together. So anyway, and I should be live later on Twitch if I can figure out my problem. There's something going on where for some reason when I stream on Twitch, it goes to 720p. Hopefully I can figure that out. I'll get my stuff together for this video today, and then later today I'll see if I can fix that problem with Twitch. Otherwise, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I wish this alert thing told me. I know I had a super chat earlier. Really appreciate. Oh, the guy said he wasn't listening anyway, so he can't hear me anyway. But hey, if you are listening now, I appreciate the super chat, bub. And I will see you guys if you're going to be on Twitch later. If I figure this shit out, I'll see you guys on Twitch later. And if not, I will see you about 9 a.m. Eastern United States time tomorrow right here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Really appreciate you. And have a nice day. See you guys. Go check out the Karma video. I made a Karma video yesterday. If you're looking for Karma info, it's over there.